Whatever you say, Alonzo.
Wasn't going to argue with that. We did that, yeah, Andy. I was intense. That's right. We did. I was right. I was another moment of weakness, Andy, for me. Yeah, that's it. He's very intense, Scotty Ice. I'm not sure. He's probably not here yet. Probably come flying in last minute. I haven't seen him yet. His head's bigger. No, it's not as big. He's about 8 1/3. No, I don't know. No, I'm not sure. His head's much smaller. He takes after his mother, so he's okay. A lot of people. Gonzo. Throw me under the tractor.
It's a European shoulder bag.
I'll take the blame. I'll take the blame.
CBS Sports, tradition, champions, and the pulsating world of the CBS Sports family. CBSSports.com, where fans live the game. And the CBS Sports Network. This is CBS Sports.
Welcome to Fordham University, home of the 7 blocks of granite, the football team's legendary offensive line. Tonight in basketball, Georgia Tech pays a visit to the Bronx. Moments ago, Fordham head coach Tom Pecora addressed his team.
Every one of us in this room dreamt about games like this. When you were little guys, you dreamed about playing in games like this. An ACC team hasn't been in this building in 54 years. Let's take care of business. Let's go. Hey, you're here tonight. You're part of history. You win tonight, you make history. I'm in on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I'm in.
It's time for college basketball on CBS Sports Network, presented by Capital One. Tonight from historic Rose Hill Gym at Fordham, the Rams. From the Atlantic 10 host Georgia Tech from the ACC. Tonight's game is presented in high definition by LG. Hello again, everyone. Welcome live to Fordham in the Bronx. Great to have you with us. Dave Ryan alongside the coach, Pete Gillen, former head coach at Xavier. And Pete, these two teams have a New Year's resolution. That is to continue rebuilding. For Georgia Tech, that means continued great play from Glenn Rice Jr.
Glenn Rice Jr. does it all for Georgia Tech. He's a tremendous three-point shooter. He's got great range. He's got a quick release. He can put the ball on the deck and attack the basket. He's also an excellent defender. He can go all over the place. He can rebound. He steals the ball. He blocks shots. He's tenacious. He's their catalyst. He's the guy that's going to make things happen for Georgia Tech.
Fordham has high hopes of getting back to the Atlantic 10 tournament this year and maybe moving beyond the postseason to get there. Chris Gaston has got to continue his great play. Coach, he leads the NCAA this year with 9 double-doubles.
Chris Gaston leads the Rams in scoring and rebounding. He can really drive the ball to the basket. He also can rebound the basketball and lead the fast break. He's really good with the ball. He's a tenacious rebounder. He has a tremendous nose for the ball. He really is a quick jumper. He goes again and again to the basket. He's one of the top big guys in the Atlantic 10. He's a special player.
When we come back, it's game time. Fordham tries to move to 500 with a tough A-10 schedule right around the corner.
College basketball on CBS Sports Network is brought to you by the new Capital One Cash Card for people who want 50% more cash. By Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, the perfect combination of chocolate and peanut butter. And by Lenovo. We make the tools, you make them do. Lenovo, for those who do.
It's 5 guys on the court working as one and the other 8 guys on the bench ready to do whatever is needed to help this team be successful. Those are the steps that we need to keep making. The basketball stuff, you guys are talented, you know what we do, you know how to play, and it's that aspect that we need to keep getting better at. We got a chance today to respond. All right, let's bring it in. Let's go.
Let's do it now.
Get a great warm-up now. Get a great warm-up.
Starting lineups for tonight. Cam Halsey, Georgia Tech, keep a close eye on him. Number 1 in the ACC, 8th ranked in the NCAA in field goal percentage, 68%. And for Fordham, Big Mac Kervin, Bristol, a 5 block game to his credit this year against Lehigh. He can really be a force inside. Earl Walton, Ted Valentine, and Bob Donato are officials tonight. Some big-time names here, Pete Gillen. You know these guys well in the big city.
Great officials. Teddy Valentine's done a bunch of Final Fours, so has Bob Donato, and Earl's certainly an excellent official. So we got a great crew tonight. Should be a wonderful game.
Bristol and Daniel Miller will jump it up at center court here tonight. Underway from Fordham. And great to have you with us. Happy holidays, one and all. Georgia Tech looking for a victory coming off a tough loss to Mercer on one of their home courts this year. While Fordham a win over Texas State in their last game, trying to win a couple here to end 2011.
Fordham starts out in a 2-3 matchup zone where they're cheating a little bit to the shooters.
Rice Jr. for Miller on the baseline. He got loose for an easy 2. First points of our game.
talked to Brian Gregory before the game. They really want to go inside. That's a smart move in their first possession.
Here's Bristol. Right low block. And Reed has the rebound. A sophomore transfer from Arkansas State. Cam Halsey works for Weiss Jr. A little strong on that three. And Kervin Bristol already, as we mentioned, has made his presence felt in the early going for Fordham. Here is their star, Chris Gaston. Had that stripped and lost it. Gaston coming off a career best 35 points in the win over Texas State. Had 15 rebounds. That tied his career best. Udofia, 3-4-3. Mufon Udofia from long range. And how about the Yellow Jackets with a great start?
Not really an excellent three-point shooting team, but that was a big one to get some confidence going for the Yellow Jackets.
Brandon Frazier. Kick out for Smith. Long range shot back iron. Frazier, the sophomore, has the rebound. To the freshman Smith, and some contact. And he'll go to the free throw line.
Gaston is a marked man because he had a great game last game. Here now, a little double team. Reed goes in there. Nice steal. Good hustle by Yellow Jackets. Good hustle. Goes on the ground. Nice play that time by Frazier. Foul, short. Goes up strong. Smith goes up strong. 2 free throws. Good hustle by the Rams.
Smith does not get the ball on his first free throw try. Foul on Cam Halsey, his first for Georgia Tech. Ryan Smith, another youngster, part of this major youth movement at Fordham. 7 freshmen, 4 sophomores on the roster for Tom McCord. Reed running and can't finish. Halsey looks to clean up and had it stripped. Devon McMillan on the move. Here's Gaston, first 2. Great position. McMillan on the inbounds play. Foul Georgia Tech.
Fordham smart, looking for the big guy. McMillan, nice pass inside. Excellent finish. Fordham goes right into their 2-2-1 zone press. Turnover Georgia Tech.
Udofia, first foul. Inbound Frazier to Kervin Bristol. Now Gaston. He is the superstar on this team. Little runner. Off the mark this time. How about Bristol one more time with a big rebound and a stick back for Kervin Bristol, the senior captain from Brooklyn, New York.
Georgia Tech's trying to run by the 2-2-1 zone press. Fordham goes back to that 2-3 matchup zone, which can play 95% of the time.
Udofia thinking about another 3. This one too strong. It's not his game from outside. Brian Gregory told us pregame he wants Udofia to distribute more and not shoot as much. Looking for better shots. And the coach hoping for improvement. Frazier off the top of the backboard and out of play.
Great hustle on the boards by the big guy, Bristol. Gaston misses it. Bristol goes up again and again and uses the glass. Nice job for the senior, pounding that offensive glass.
Coming off a 5.8 rebound game against Texas State. Fordham scored 81 points in that game. Texas State from the Southland Conference. Any victory for Tom McCord in year 2 coming off a 7-win season is big.
Exactly.
They'll take it.
They'll take any way they can get it, no matter who they play. Georgia Tech's in a 1-3-1 zone offense.
Skip past Reed, and that is a zone buster for Brandon Reed. First 3 for the former Sun Belt Conference Freshman of the Year when he was at Arkansas State. This is Gaston. A nice meeting with Chris yesterday. He told us, I didn't realize I was having a career-type game. Knew it was feeling good against Texas State. A foul as McMillan goes up here. Jordan got a piece of him. Ended up with 35 points, a career high.
Nice pass, skip pass by Rice. Brandon Reed with plenty of time, splash. Good offense, reversing the ball quickly against the 2-3 zone. The corners are open, as well as the high post.
Here is McMillan to shoot 2. The foul was on Jordan, his first, a transfer from Florida State. How about a block here on McMillan, Coach?
McMillan diesel, he's strong as an ox. He's like Rocky, as tough as nails, distribute. He's got to share the basketball, very important. He thinks too much points. He's got to share the ball more.
Can we use the Rocky analogy in New York? That's a Philly thing, right?
Philly, it's only 2 hours away. We'll count it during the holidays. Fordham stays in there. 2-2-1 zone press.
Miller free. Miller flush. Daniel Miller's got 2 easy field goals. And Brian Gregory telling us before the game what a key the inside play tonight will be. That's exactly what they want from Miller. Gaston double team. Triple team. Someone's open. Frazier. It's Gaston with 10 to shoot. Hanging and blocked. Miller a piece of it. Frazier works down low for Gaston. He's fouled. On the way up, Halsey, a lot of contact again.
They triple team Gaston all over him. 3 guys on him. Nowhere to go. No place to hide. Kicks it out. Attack the press. Throw it deep, baby. Throw it deep. Send it in, big guy. The big fella throwing it down. Love that offense.
Teams you will get to know this year. Harvard, how about them? 10-1, having earned its first ever national ranking. Currently 24th in the AP poll. Iona, right up the road, New York area, 10-2 with wins over Maryland, St. Joe's, and Richmond. Cleveland State, 12-2, the Horizon League favorite. One on the road at Vanderbilt already this year. Coach, some other teams to keep a close eye on. Marshall, you and I will see them coming up January 4th against UTEP.
My former assistant, Tom Herring, doing a great job. 9-2, big game tonight against Belmont. Ohio Bobcats, John Gross doing a great job. Only lost to Louisville. Long Beach State did a great job beating Pitt at Pitt. Wichita State, the Shockers, 10-2, they're rolling. So those 4 teams you got to get to know because they're loaded.
I mean, Harvard, that's a great story. Tommy Amaker, Ivy League there at Boston College tonight. They've knocked them off 3 straight times. Keep a close eye on that potential dream season in Boston.
Harvard comes in here real soon, Dave, as you know.
Gaston has one more free throw. Team's leading scorer and rebounder. 13th in the nation in rebounding coming in this game tonight. Hits a couple there. Rice's Arsalan Kazemi leads the nation over 12 rebounds. A tremendous player from Conference USA. Pressure. Here's Pierre Jordan, more of a pure point guard.
Transfer from Florida State. He's a graduate student. And they can do that now. The last few years, they passed the rule that if you graduate and they don't have the major you want, you can transfer and play.
Rice Jr. hit as he shoots. No whistle there. And afterwards, a foul call. Georgia Tech on the position attempts. By the way, Cam Holtz did pick up his 2nd foul on Gaston just before that last break.
Georgia Tech, if they deliver the 3-point shots, Dave, they're in trouble. Only shoot 29% from 3-point land, so they're doing what Fordham wants. Shoot it deep. Coach Gregory wants the ball to go inside.
Bristol back out for McMillan. Long range shot, way short. Smith a hand on the rebound, but it's out of bounds.
That's not his strength, Dave. He's got to penetrate and kick.
Told you Holsey had the 2 fouls. Georgia Tech, as you can see there, bottom of your screen, 5-team fouls. None yet for Fordham.
1-3-1 attack by Georgia Tech, trying to get the ball to the high post or screen the guards up high.
Udovia's back in the game. Same goes for Jason Morris. He had 21 points against Northwestern earlier this year. Launches his first 3 try way long. And a push foul call against Fordham. Good position there by Rice Jr. First foul of the game for Tom Pecora's Rams. Goes against Brian Smith, a freshman from Brooklyn. One of 4 starters for Fordham from the borough of Brooklyn. How about that?
Brooklyn's great place, Dave.
Rice Jr., whose dad, Glenn Rice, senior legend at Michigan. A blog on Glenn Jr. What do you think?
He's a top gun. He's the best guy on the team. He does everything for them. Quick release on his jump shot. He's the catalyst. He's the cream in the coffee. He's the cream cheese on the bagel. He's the guy.
Misses his second. Bristol the rebound. We had good bagels and cream cheese this morning here in New York.
Brooklyn's famous for bagels.
The best food, I tell you. Been a great trip. Jeff Short, another freshman from New York City. He's into the game for the first time. Baston, a junior from New Jersey. Long-range shot. Frazier has the range. The first 3 of the game for Brendan Frazier.
Frazier's their best downtown shooter, Dave, from Bishop Locksland High School in Brooklyn.
That was his 15th 3 of the year. Rams on a 7-2 run. Miller free down low. A nice reverse layup for Daniel Miller, his 3rd field goal in the early going here.
Georgia Tech has to go inside, Dave, to win. They shoot jumpers, they're going to lose the game. Go inside. Tremendous pass by Udofia, throws it up over the zone. Great catch by Danny Miller. Nice finish inside. Terrific offense for the Yellow Jackets. Great pass because Fordham zone comes up high by the foul line. Nice shot. They got to remember that now. You can't get amnesia. Throw the ball inside, Georgia Tech.
Exactly what the coach told us in the locker room. Brian Gregory, pregame. We must pound the ball inside relentlessly tonight. McMillan drives, a little strong on the runner, and Morris has the rebound for Tech. Lob. Morris, who can really jump, got sort of spun around. Nice athletic play just to catch it, keep the possession alive. Royal into the game, picked up the recent foul. Kick out for Rice Jr. Miller for Royal. Top, the key jumper is perfect. And the first 2 off the bench for the freshman from the Atlanta area, Alpharetta, Georgia, Julian Royal. Brian Gregory gets production offensively from him. It's going to be a good night.
Exactly. Big expectations for the young man. Very talented, but I love the patience that time on Georgia Tech's offense against his own day.
McMillan, long-range shot. Frazier and McMillan each have buried a triple here in the first half for Fordham. Tech looks to respond. And a tie game. We expected this sort of game tonight. A lot of energy and emotion in the building. Students are not here for them. They're on holiday break. But a good crowd showing up in one of the oldest gyms in America. Built in 1925, Rose Hill Gym. Morris, true from 3. And a response for Georgia Tech. Morris had 10 and that loss to Mercer at the Gwinnett Center. One of 2 quote-unquote home courts this year for Tech, while their McCamish Pavilion is being rebuilt. Short, other end is short on the jumper from 17. Out of bounds to the Yellow Jackets when we return. 17-14 game, Tech a lead. You're watching college basketball on CBS Network, presented by Capital One. Coach, how are you?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hi Jay, thanks for joining us.
Glad to do it, guys.
All right, we've got Dave Ryan here along with Pete. You know Pete, of course. Thanks for your time. And we'll have you in and out of here in just a couple of minutes.
Are we doing this live? Or
We're doing it live.
Okay, you got it. Because I'm watching the game, but I think I'm a little bit ahead of you guys. So
okay,
cool.
yeah,
I got it.
Yeah, a little bit of delay there. Yeah, it's possible.
Pete, you love being back in New York for Christmas, huh, buddy?
Nothing like New York. I love it. I was in Chelsea Market today having a cup of tea and a bagel.
Yep.
Certainly a wealth of knowledge. Some of the mentors of Tom Pecora, the head coach here at Fordham, including Jay Wright, who is the head coach now, of course, at Villanova, joins us live on the phone. Coach, thanks for your time. Now, we know that you got your head coaching start not too far from here at Hofstra on Long Island. It was at that school where you hired a young assistant named Tom Pecora. What kind of coach is Tom Pecora in your mind, Jay?
Hey, guys, good talking to you. Happy holidays. I know my man Pete's happy to be back in New York. You guys got him a good gig here.
I love it.
Hey, Tommy. Hey, let me say this. The young assistant. Tommy's my big brother, man. He's older than me, but he was the guy when we went to Hofstra that really he built the program because he was the New York guy. I was coming from an assistant at UNLV. I was from Philadelphia. He was the New York guy. He was the king of New York, and he introduced us to everybody. He set everything up. He was really the core of the program, and it was great that when we moved on, he was able to become the head coach. But he really set the table for all of us.
Jay, is he using the same formula here as you can see that you did at Hofstra to have such a great success in Long Island?
You know, we do. He does a lot of similar things. You can see a lot of the pick and roll and everything, but he's really established like his zone. He's done a great job with the zone. He and I have talked about it in the off season. I know he talks with you a lot, Pete. But I'm actually using a little bit this year of the zone that he's put together. And he's got his own style, but basically our core values are the same.
Jay, how challenging will it be for Tom to rebuild this program here at Fordham?
You know, Dave, I think he's the perfect guy. I mean, he lives for this. He loves. There's nobody that knows New York basketball like he does, and he loves everything about it. Everybody in New York respects him. He will get New York kids there. He respects the tradition of Fordham. I just think it's going to be a matter of time. He's made for that place. It's a perfect match.
Jay, you have a great personality. How about Tom's personality? What do you? I mean, he's great with people. How did he get that way? Did you teach him? He teach you?
No. I'll tell you what. He's one of the funniest guys I know, Pete. My whole family's watching the game right now. My son's going to Fordham next year, and a lot of it's because of Tommy. And everybody in our family loves Tommy. My mom and dad treat him like a son. My wife loves him. He's a guy I can go out with, Pete. If I go out with him, my wife never worries. She loves TP. Everybody loves him, and he really gets it. He just gets life. He's fun-loving. He's smart. He's loyal. He's a great guy, and he's Mr. New York.
We're joined by Jay Wright, head coach at Villanova. Coach, you're from Churchville, Pennsylvania. That's the Philly area. We know Tom is from Queens here in New York City. He's got 4 Brooklyn starters and a bunch of kids from New York. How important is it for Coach Pecora to recruit the Big Apple well?
I know it's going to be very important for him. When we were at Hofstra, we had 13 scholarship players. 12 of them were from New York. He recruited all of them. One of them was a foreigner. He was from Hudson, New Jersey. And Tommy's going to do the same thing there. I mean, he knows the New York kids. He coaches them well. And I know he's comfortable having New York kids on the floor for him, especially New York guards. And I know it's going to be a big part of his building process here at Fordham, and I know he really believes in that and getting the best local players.
Here's a steal, short with a finish. So Jay, Christmas Eve, little milestone for you. We all from CBS Sports Network want to wish you a belated 50th birthday. Congrats on that, and best of luck the rest of you in Villanova.
Thanks, guys. Happy New Year, man. You did a great job. The whole family's enjoying watching you.
Thanks, Jay.
Great to talk to you, Coach. Thank you.
Take care, guys.
Really nice conversation there with Jay Wright. His Nova team 7-6 overall. Tough Big East loss last night at West Virginia, 83-69. Darryl Truck Bryant went wild for the Mountaineers at 34 in Morgantown. Here's Gaston. Strong move. And 2 more for the Fordham Star. Rice Jr. passes up the long look. We saw Reed a 3 a moment ago. Udofia can't finish. Push down low on Nate Hicks. That'll be his first.
Short, nice steal. Throws it home. Gaston attacking. Great pass by Brandon Frazier. Shot fake, attacks the cup, take it to the hoop. Nice score by Chris Gaston, the co-player of the week in Atlantic 10 last week.
Going to be a challenge for Jay Wright to get things going. It's a very good Big East Conference again, led by #1 Syracuse. Right. Jay, the 2-time Big East Coach of the Year. If anyone can get that program going again, they've had a great run there of success. In Nova, it'll be Jay Wright.
They lost some terrific players. Jay Wright's an outstanding coach.
For 6 for 8 free throws. Before that last miss by Gaston. That's something they'll have to consistently convert on here if they hope for the win over Georgia Tech of the ACC.
Fordham stays in a 2-3 zone. They played it almost the whole game. Georgia Tech's attacking with a 1-3-1 offense, trying to get the ball to the high post.
Here's Reed. Udofia, good ball movement here for Tech. Rice Jr. floating. Wow, it's way off. The kind of shot Brian Gregory told us in the locker room before the game he did want to see him take. Off balance. Short other end. 3 ball short of the mark. Time for the icy hot injury report. And some players like Tim Abramitis of Notre Dame out for the year with an ACL tear. Trevor Mbakwe of Minnesota of the Big Ten, and Mike Mara as well. Louisville, first loss of the year against Georgetown last night.
Yep. Georgetown, a big surprise, Dave. I think Louisville's got a terrific team. They're going to get better and better. Got a lot of young guards, and Patino once again has a great squad.
Notre Dame, big win. Mike Brave over Pitt this week. Looks like Pitt will be out of the top 25.
Trey Woodall, he's the guy that's missing, Dave, and he's a terrific point guard, so they got to get him back, Pitt.
McMillan a miss. Canty battling as he and Nick Foreman scrap a bit. Under the Yellow Jacket basket. Eric Craig seeing some court time. First time tonight for Brian Gregory. Alberto Eswick, one of the captains here at Fordham, is here. Patient possession here for the Yellow Jackets. In the middle is fouled by Canty. A reach from over his back. 2 on Ryan Canty, the freshman from just outside Boston. 2:20 game. Georgia Tech from the ACC, Fordham from the Atlantic 10. Good battle so far. Let's take a look at the Lenovo stat pack. Pete, break down some numbers. What do you see here?
Chris Gaston's doing a great job. Right now, Georgia Tech 9 for 17, too many threes. Bench is helping them. Fordham 6 for 18, not good enough.
Let's talk a bit about Chris Gaston's game so far. He's got 6 points. This is a guy who has 45 career double-doubles, one of the tops in the nation with 9 this year.
I love the way he's playing. 6 points, 2 rebounds. He's so active. He's attacking the basket. Tremendous confidence. Last game, 35 points and 15 rebounds. He's all over the place. He's so quick. It's off his feet so fast. Now he just attacks. Goes right on 3 Georgia Tech players and he finishes. Chris Gaston, talked to him yesterday. His confidence is like the Empire State Building. To that big game against Texas Tech, 35 points and 15 rebounds.
Union City, New Jersey, went to legendary St. Anthony High School, played for Bob Hurley Sr. there. Then a couple of stops at prep school because he had some issues with his academics. Became eligible and has become one of the all-time greats in Fordham history without question.
He will
if he stays 4 years, he'll go down as one of the absolute great players here in program history.
He should stay 4 years. He's a very good player, but he still needs some time. Work on his perimeter game, work on putting the ball on the ground.
Over Tech here.
Players don't listen to the coach. They listen to the 17 playground advisors and the 4 jump shot gurus. That's what they listen to.
Here, Jordan, long range shot. He's got a 3 for his points. The former Seminole graduated in 3 years, going for a master's at Georgia Tech in architecture. An outstanding student. McMillan for Smith. Free ball. You bet. Brian Smith's first points of the night.
Young man from Midwood High School in Brooklyn. Very talented. Really can shoot the ball very well and he's learning to put on the deck.
He once scored 68 points in a high school game for Midwood High in Brooklyn. That's something. Had 9 threes. Had 34 at halftime. Halfway there. That's quite a story.
Georgia Tech's got to look inside now. They're screening the top of the zone. Don't just live and die with the 3.
5 to shoot. Greg, long range shot. Wow, way off. Did not get the rim.
That was not pretty.
Don McMillan sets it up. Gets a pick from Marvin Dominique into the game. Georgia Tech foul.
Nice reversal. Brian Smith away downtown, about 25 feet. Splash. Quick shooter, terrific form. Very talented freshman from Midwood High School in Brooklyn, New York.
College of Charleston, Siena also interested in Brian Smith. His college best so far, 19 points this year against Colgate. Here comes McMillan, another freshman. This is the front end. Royal hustle on the rebound, and Marvin Dominique runs into him. Two-point Tech lead. Van Rice Jr., their leading scorer. And by far their best offensive threat, has not scored a point yet in this game. And Tech has the advantage. He's not even out there right now. They roll the baseline. This is Royal. Tough shot. Squares and scores off the glass.
That's what Georgia Tech has to do, Dave, once again. Go inside. Don't live and die with a jump shot. 2 previous games, they shot 26% from three-point land. They're not three-point shooting team.
Royal's got 4 points. He averages under 4 a game. S-Wing. Thus, captain has a long-range shot. Two-pointer. Makes it 12-4 now in bench scoring. Tech over Fordham. Reed. Corner, perfect. Another 3. He's got 3 triples in this first half.
Dave, this game's going right down to the last possession. Hope our fans stay with us the whole game. It's a great contest.
6 threes in the game so far for Georgia Tech. They really struggled until tonight. Reed, a steal, and he's fouled.
Glenn Rice is the catalyst for Georgia Tech. He's got off to a very poor start. He's forcing shots. He's not really making good decisions. Guy is right in his face, a floater, air ball. There's no wind in this gym. He's too anxious. Now he's off balance, launches it way out, not even close. He's got to calm down. Glenn Rice Jr. is a terrific player today, but he's got to calm down and let the game come to him. He's forcing the action, making bad decisions, taking bad shots.
Reed has another. He's got the 3 threes tonight. His career best 5 triples against Western Kentucky when he played at Arkansas State. There's Rice Jr. not having a good evening so far, yet his team having remarkable success, Coach. We're getting a lot of offensive contribution from others tonight.
Other guys, good balance. Jordan's doing a nice job running the offense. Pierre Jordan, a graduate student, transfer from Florida State, is helping them. It's very simple, Dave. If Georgia Tech goes inside, they will win. If they keep launching threes, the Rams are going to win.
Tech is in 6 threes in this game. They average only 4.2 made per game. Gaston free. That was blocked. Miller came out, got a piece of it. Gaston has a loose change. Tries a tip and couple misses. A battle, and eventually Reed comes loose. Jordan, Udofia, the lefty move blocked away. Herman Bristol, the big rejection. Eswick for Smith. That 3 is off. Reed trying amongst the trees, the rebound cannot. And Smith comes loose for the follow.
Gaston kept that alive, got a little piece of it. Nice finish by Smith.
As he told us yesterday, he's a quick jump. Right, learned that from Coach Hurley at St. Anthony.
Bob Hurley's a great coach.
He was a high school player there. Udofia out of control and lost it.
Georgia Tech thought they had a hope. Udofia, no way. Nice block by Kervin Bristol. Good hustle. Gaston keeps it hustle. Nice job, Brian Smith. The Rams are in the house. They want this one.
The AP top 10 this week, Syracuse 14-0 after hammering Seton Hall at the Carrier Dome last night. Fab Mello had a great game for the Orange, and Kentucky and Louisville have a showdown coming up in Lexington this week. How about ranked and dangerous teams here, Pete? Murray State, a tremendous season so far.
Big win over Memphis, and Michigan State beat Indiana last night. The Rebels are for real.
Here in the Bronx, 31-27 game. Georgia Tech, despite the fact that their great scorer Glenn Rice Jr. has not scored yet, has a lead coming up on AT&T at the half. We'll take you where few have gone before. Plus, national writer, Hall of Famer Jim O'Connell of the Associated Press joins us live. That's all coming up on AT&T at the half. Now let's take a look at the Scion first half key players. It is not, surprisingly, Glenn Rice Jr. of Georgia Tech.
Really struggling. Brandon Reed knocking it down from downtown. 3 for 5 from the field, 10 points. Chris Gaston, very active, 6 points. He's all over the glass, 5 rebounds.
Rice Jr. 0 for 3 from the floor, 0 for 2 3-point land, and no points Reed is already over his per-game average of 7.5 points a game. But, as Pete said, echoing the words of Brian Gregory to us in the locker room before the ball game tonight, Georgia Tech cannot win either this game or especially when the ACC starts up shooting from long range. Not their strength.
I agree with you. Ryan said that. He knows his team better than anybody on the universe. And go inside. If they go inside, once again, they'll be successful tonight and also have some success in the ACC. But they picked 10th preseason in the ACC, Dave, so they got a lot of work ahead of them.
What's best for the team? That's Brian Gregory's big theme. In Atlanta taking over after a very successful run at Dayton. NIT championship here in New York City. 2 bids to the NCAA tournament. Udofia works for Reed. Baseline, but he can't finish on a nice move. And a rebound at Kervin Bristol. Frazier on the move. Eswick. Back iron. Smith, nice hustle, offensive glass. Really rebounding hard tonight, especially on the offensive side of the Fordham Rams.
Rams are doing a great job on the glass. They're motivated by the big crowd day, playing an ACC team in their house. Rams are very excited, coming off a big win against Texas State here at Rose Hill Gym, so they're playing with a lot of confidence.
1964, the last time an ACC team came in to this building. It was NC State. They won a close game over Fordham. Been that long. Georgia Tech has never been here before. First time. Reed, kick out for Jordan. Reed feeling it. Way short. Truncated possession, not what Tech wants. Gaston wants that. Chris Gaston, the lob finish off the window. He's got 8.
Long shot, long rebound, fast break for the Rams. Sometimes you can run much better out of the zone defense league.
And that quick shot, Coach, that's what they don't want. Udofia, hat trick. Nice collapsing defense, turnover. 5th of the first half for Tech.
Frazier with a nice alley-oop pass. Nice finish by Gaston. Rams want to run. Rams want to run. They don't really execute great in their half court. They don't have an inside scorer consistently. Gaston goes on the offensive glass.
Rebound numbers bottom of your screen. Gaston leads the Atlantic 10 in rebounds per game coming in. One of the tops in the nation. He is a machine with double-doubles. Trying to do that again tonight. Fake on Miller. A lot of contact, no whistle. Gaston battles, and he's fouled the second time up. And he'll try to earn some points at the free throw line here.
Great hustle by Gaston. He really persistent. Calvin Coolidge would love him. Nothing in the world will take the place of persistence. Chris Gaston again and again and again.
Chris Tulse yesterday, big motivator for him. Watching the success of Kenneth Fareed from Morehead State, who became a first-round draft pick of the Denver Nuggets this year. Came out of a smaller program, but an absolute force rebounding. He may be a little bit shorter than Gaston at 6'7", but what a fighter, and earned himself a lot of money in the NBA.
Exactly. Morehead State, as you know, beat Louisville in the first round of the NCAA tournament. That's a dream. Beating a team from Kentucky, Morehead State from Kentucky.
That was a shocker, wasn't it? Incredible.
Big win.
Rice Jr. back in. Miller, elbow jumper. He's off the mark. Boyle can't hit. Miller, another chance at it. Udofia. Another miss for Tech. Been a tough possession for the Yellow Jackets here, and Udofia cannot keep it alive along the baseline. Good effort though on the dive.
Brandon Reed launching threes way downtown. That's his spot in the left corner. He's keeping the Yellow Jackets with a slight lead. Nice form, nice follow through. They still better not forget the big guys. Danny Miller's got to stay inside and attack the basket. If not, Rams are going home with a big, big win here at Rose Hill Gym.
Brandon Reed, 3 for 5 from three-point range. The Yellow Jackets have missed their last 6 from the floor. They are cooling down after a great start. And it's sort of falling into place, Pete, as we predicted, and Brian Gregory told us. We've got to pound it inside to win. Great move. Frazier can't finish, though, as he spun through the lane. A minute remaining first half. Reminder, AT&T at the half is coming up, and you'll want to stay with us. Live coverage of something very special. It's all coming your way here on CBS Sports Network. You will not want to miss a timeout called with 48.4 ticks remaining in the first half. We talked about Louisville. First loss of the year against Georgetown last night at home. They play on the road in Lexington against Kentucky Saturday at noon. It's going to be a great game to watch. And an announcement this week. The coach says after the current contract ends, a couple years down the road, he's done.
Yep, 2017, a long time away. Rick made the announcement, but I don't believe that. I think he's going to keep coaching. He loves coaching, and I think he has a terrific team this year. We worked together many years ago at the University of Hawaii, both assistants, and I know Rick well, and he might not leave then. He's saying that now, but he loves coaching, and he might continue for a long, long time. Rick throws out a lot of trial balloons to see if we buy it, Dave. We don't buy everything he sells.
You say no.
I say no.
We'll have to remember that.
But last time I was right was the Franco-Prussian War. His son's waiting there in the wings. Richie Pitino, terrific young coach.
Final 45 seconds. Here's Frazier from three. Brandon Frazier. 7-0 Ram run. Timeout. That was a 2. 1 foot on the line there on the Frazier bomb jumper a moment ago. Join us Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern for Fantasy Football Today. Don't set your fantasy lineup before you watch Fantasy Football Today with all the latest injury updates, stardom and sit-em advice, and more Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. NFL winding down, regular season, playoffs right around the corner. Who's your pick, Super Bowl this year?
Super Bowl, I'm going to go with the New Orleans Saints. I love Drew Brees.
New Orleans.
I think the offensive line for Green Bay is a little shaky, and I'm going with Brees. And AFC, I don't know. Patriots are tough, but defense a little wobbly.
Awfully good.
I'm going with the New Orleans Saints.
The Pats are playoff tested, of course. Timeout here. Just over 30 seconds remaining in the first half. We expected a close game, Coach. Great energy in the building here tonight. And Fordham, I think, using the fact that so many fans have showed up and had a presence.
Yep. Great fans. I think it's almost a sellout, Dave. It's a tremendous crowd, a lot of enthusiasm. Anytime an ACC comes into your house, it's terrific.
We're at the pregame speak. Tom McCarr getting his Rams ready. Fans ready, too. There's a 1 second difference in the game clock and the shot clock.
Georgia Tech stays
right now.
Georgia Tech stays in there. Offense trying to get the ball to the high post. It's 1-2-2 now, but they're going to flash a guy to the high post.
8 to shoot. Here's Royal. Jordan. Rice Jr. Udofia. Long three. That's a shot clock violation, and the game clock also expire. We'll see what the officials say, because there was a little bit of a differential there. Officials say that's it. First half is complete. 32-31 in a great game. A 7-0 Fordham run over the last 5 minutes of the first half. Let's take a look here, Pete. What do you think?
Shot goes up by Udofia.
Over a second, really, when that went 0 on the shot clock. And that was the key. Yeah. It didn't hit the rim, so in theory, officials could have checked the clock, elected not to. Half's over. End of the first half, 32-31 game. You're watching college basketball presented by Capital One on CBS Sports Network. Yes, I'm here. Yeah. Got it.
This is AT&T at the half.
Welcome to AT&T at the half. 20 minutes complete from Fordham. 32-31 game. Thanks to 9.7 rebounds from star Chris Gaston of Fordham. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Dave Ryan. Time now to take you someplace you rarely get to go. We're going to go live into the Fordham halftime locker room. Watch the coaches meeting with Tom Pacourt and his staff. And after that, watch the coach address his team.
What else are they going to do? They're going to start, if they double the post, we'll rip and rotate on the weak side. All right? Reed's the one hurting us. We got to X him. We got to shade towards him a little bit in the zone. We're doing a great job with only 4 turnovers, +8 on the glass. We're reaching all of our game goals. We got 7 free throws made. They only have 4 attempted. And we're taking care of the basketball with 4 turnovers. So just more of the same in the second half. All right? Stay in my ear. I'll burn timeouts early. We can't let them go. 5-point run. It's done. All right? We don't forget how young we are. Okay? We have to slow it down. We'll do it with timeouts. We'll run hold to a cut if need be. All right, whatever it takes to slow down tempo, all right, and get the crowd back into it. First few possessions are going to be key. We just played from timeout to timeout in the second half. Whoever goes on the next run is going to win this game. If we can go on a 10-0 run, they'll get tight, all right, and then we're going to be okay. All right, sit down. Okay, we good? Yeah. All right, great job, fellas. Look, man, this is what it's all